Hey guys, Ken's97 still 171, back for another ATS video. We are building our last truck we have available. We did one of these, and then we did the International. Now we're going to do the Argosy. The Freightliner Argosy was the last of the American-built cabovers. You see, it's got a sloped windshield, much more thoughts to aerodynamics around it. They were built into the early 2000s. I don't know exactly when. So let's see what we have on the cabs here. We have the low roof deflectors with a spoiler, and then you can do a high roof. Let's do that. Let's take a look at the interior here. Just get your typical Freightliner interior, typical gauges that you see, typical mirrors that I had on my Freightliner Century. The sleeper is pretty nice, pretty large. Got a bunk above there. Back here, the main difference, it really is almost as big as a conventional. I would say your average like a Freightliner or Cascadia or Century from that time period, this cabinet right here would be about double that width. So it's shorter by about that much, maybe a little bit more than that. The doghouse, which is this thing in the middle, is actually pretty small. You can see here, there's not much hump from the floor up here. Uh, and I don't know whether that's because the whole floor is higher. I'm not really sure. It's a much more modern truck on the inside. This is basically, the interior is almost identical to the Freightliner Century I drove. The vents over here are the same. This thing is the same. The mirrors are the same. So let's take a look at what's available. So we have 6x4. So we have 2 powered axles. I was glancing at this before. 6x6, and it changes to 3 powered axles, which would indicate to me that this the front axle, that it's all-wheel drive. I don't think that's right, and you can't really see under the truck to see if there's a drive shaft or something. I can't believe that that's the case. Um, 6x4, 350 gallons. Does it have a different fuel tank over here? No. So I'm wondering if these are just bullshit. There's no real difference. I don't know. There's a difference in price by 10,000. I don't know. Interesting. It's got a AdBlue tank, which there's no way that would be the case. I don't know why that's there. Let's see. None of these things are changing when we alter this. Maybe it's just like heavier duty axles. Sorry, guys. I was sneezing earlier. I actually started this video once already, and then I had to stop because I was sneezing like crazy. All right, let's pick the engine. And deselect all. I want to do that one. I want to do a 14 liter from Z Mods. These are supposed to be, have some pretty interesting sound packs. So I've never used one before. So we're just going to put the big boy in it and do the 620 horsepower. See, these did change when we added that. Let's see what the available transmissions are. Let's get rid of that real Eaton Fuller trend. There's like 10,000 transmissions available under that thing. Eaton Fuller, which makes sense. The Allison 6-speed is in there. 11. We might do this one with retarder. It's got taller gears, 8 to C. 12.19 to 7.3 with taller gears. We got a lot of power. It's part of the 410, 391, 308. There's a 13 speed. So let's pick one of these. It's the most expensive, so let's just pick that one. Look how much that changed. Normal cargo, heavy cargo. Heavy cargo went way up. Normal cargo went way down. That sort of up, and that sort of really went that way. So this is going to have much lower RPM and highway speeds. So this is plus retarder in the transmission. It says retarder there too. Let's pick that one. Sort of split the difference a bit. Okay, colors. I don't know if there's any. Oh, there are a bunch of custom Argosy. Oh, that's a cool. That's pretty cool. Caterpillar. That's pretty neat. Allen, out of time. Viva. And then just colors. You know, kind of like that one the best to start with. Okay. Let's look at the accessories. See what we can do with this girl. Painted bumper. Nah. Just the painted bumper. That looks best. Interesting. There's a ton of like spots you can put lights, just stock. Okay. So we're going to do that. And there we are. Usually like the white there. Actually, we just double check that there weren't any other like spots or fogs or something we could stick in there. No. Actually, there were. Can you put those? Holy shit. We're going to be able to see at night, guys. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't mind putting those, maybe put those up here. Although they do more good down low. And there, maybe we... I don't know. Maybe do amber there. Now we'll just do white. Maybe there'll be some light options down the side. It's kind of fun building these. And we don't get enough time to drive them at night. Okay, so then you could do a low bull bar and put like 10 million more lights. Let's not do that right now. those are actually on the side. So what's this one? Chrome deflectors. Eh. Chrome grill, plastic grill. Oh, the plastic grill actually looks better. Okay, and then I guess you can do 10 million more amber. Let's do. Interesting that it doesn't have the other set of lights in there, but you could do even more of these right there. Holy Jesus. Um, let's maybe do white again, just little white lights. Jesus Christ. We could just cover the entire front with headlights. Problem with those is they do stick out. They're not flush, with the paint, and these would be. So let's do let's do amber on those. Amber strip. No. Chrome strip. Amber strip. Roof add-ons. Oh God, here we go. I do wish like the dots that are actually over there would disappear. It makes it pretty hard to figure out what you're actually doing. And then we got lights. So we'll do amber on these, I think. Amber, amber. Those we could do amber, 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 amber. But on the, oh, did I do these? Yeah, I did. But on these, I think we ought to do these Mark V black. It's too bad those weren't available. Could do there too. No, they're on the side. No, that would be bad. Um, now the reason is, if you look, it's going to shine right in your face in the mirrors at night. So we'll just do amber. Those up there. You could do these here too and shining, but it's a little much. It's unfortunate that down here you can't use those same ones that you have up here. They would look cool down there, but they're not available. That's the best one you can get, I think. Yeah. Okay. All right. So side mirrors, we will check from the inside. Uh, they're painted. I think that looks better than chrome. That's just me. Tires, we'll do our normal. Um, Energy Z. Hmm, what is the stock tire? 295. Doesn't actually tell you what they are. It's too bad it doesn't say like what size they are because it doesn't. Um, I don't know. Leave the wheels stock. Although this could we could do some cool wheels on this one. Um, like just the shadow wheels. Kind of looks cool. Plastic door, chrome handle. Plastic looks fine. It's not painted. Yeah, on this truck, there was an option where maybe it will. I don't know. When you open the door, this thing swings out and it steps to walk up in there. Pretty sweet. Interior light. Don't really need that. But the fact that this has got steps right here, I kind of doubt it. I could be wrong. I don't know. Okay, so we could do shadow wides on those. I like the wides. We forgot to do lug nuts, shadow caps. Um, eh. So what are those? X1 energy line, and these are X. Sometimes the front tires are not the same. Um, like there's not two tires that are the same available. All right, let's see what the. Okay, so we can have square tanks, Argosy tanks. We have round tank with defs, which we don't need because there's no def. With steps, which we don't need. Argosy tanks, which are square. Interesting. I've actually never seen one like that, but it actually fits the truck pretty well. I would think the volume of fuel would be significantly higher with those. Let's do the square tanks. Um, Tires look a little narrow. me. Other than these vortex wide. No. Same. I was thinking they looked a little narrow, but I don't think they are. We may use this truck, keep this truck and drive it. So, because it may be a pretty awesome truck. I don't know. Um, other thing is, in real life, you would see a lot of these trucks had a skirt down the side here that would cover this up completely. I don't see an option for any kind of exhaust change, interestingly. Is that an interior light? Let's go inside and see what we have here. That'll be the license plate. That'll be a GPS Milo. I don't know what that is. Stone guard. Stone guard goes right over here. It keeps stones from hitting it hits the mesh. Um, Interesting. Plastic dash, chrome. Actually, I think that's better. It's darker. It's easier to see. Um, what does that look like? Okay, we can try it. Stone guard. See, I'll show you what it looks like. It's like that. Interesting. And then you can put lights in it. Just what we need, more lights. License plate, dash cam, license plate, CB radio. Yeah, the wire hangs down. That'd be annoying. Stock sun visor, we already did that. Something you can't have right now. Front mirror, don't need that. Side mirror. Honestly, we probably don't need that either. We never really look over there, and it kind of blocks this a little bit. We do want to check and see with the mirrors which one of these looks better. So let's see if it lets us over here. No, it's interesting that it doesn't have the mirror button over here. It has it over here. Like, okay, so they're all the same. They're just painted or not painted, which is fine. You can stick a cup in there if you want. Can't even see it, so it doesn't matter. Steering wheel. Again, stock. You can do Argosy custom. Doesn't matter. See if there's anything back here we can do. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, guys, I think we have her. That's different. I don't remember now actually. On my Freightliner Cascadia, I don't think the you have two different kind of pedals you can have in trucks, where they pivot at the base here, and you press it down and it pivots at the bottom. Others, the pivot arm comes out of the dash and it pivot like your typical car, where it pivots at the top and the bottom moves towards the floor. Some trucks have it like this, flat pedals, where you put your whole foot on it. Others have where the pedals come out of the floor. My Century had pedals that came out of the floor, not flat pedals. Some people like one. The clutch, though, I think I can't really tell. Clutch, I think, does come out of the dash and pivots from the top. So kind of interesting. Never drove one of these. So, all right. So we have our truck with 10 million lights on it. I forgot to change to shadow caps. It looks pretty good. Let's double check on engine. We've got the 620 horsepower from Z Mods. We have the Eaton Fuller 18-speed sort of in the middle, which we decided. So heavier cargo, worse normal cargo, better normal cargo, worse heavy cargo, but it's still way up there. And then this one, which, might be the better choice for, look how much it shifts. Doesn't shift down heavy cargo that much, but the normal cargo goes up significantly. So, I don't know. We can always change it. Let's leave it with that. It's got 18 speeds. We aren't probably never going to go that fast in it. So let's confirm. Purchase. We'll stick her in right here. We had one more spot available there. And then we'll go driver and see what this new Z-Mods engine sounds like together. I hope it sounds great. So we need to go to garage. No, truck manager, brand, Freightliner Argosy. Well, it'll be a no driver. Freightliner Cascadia, Freightliner Argosy. There she is. She's in Jackson, Missouri. Drive it. Yes. Okay. So first thing is, let's adjust the seat, field of view. Actually, see the mirror. Very good. Yeah. Maybe just a little bit. Okay. We won't adjust the mirrors until we get a trailer. What time is it? Doesn't tell me the time. I'm wondering if we ought to take a sleep break now and reset our hours. All right, let's see what she sounds like. What the hell time is it? It doesn't get, oh, it's 4 p.m. Let's take a sleep break. We can rest. Still early morning, so we'll get to try out our lights. Adjustment lights, roof auxiliary, I-beam. That's fine. We're inside, of course, so. Engine sounds a little quiet to me. Okay. All right, so let's go find a load. Well, jet. $6.52. Well, it's heavy, 45,000 pounds. That's even heavier, but oh, it's shorter actually by a pretty significant amount, and it's heavier. So let's do that. Although we got to go through California and go 55 fucking miles an hour the whole time, but it is shorter, and we'll have at least half of it we can run at normal speeds. Okay. Yeah. We're good.
Okay.
Here we go. The parking brake sounds
Turn right.
pretty realistic.
Go straight on.
Oh, it's right over here.
Turn left. Finally, we are here.
Oh shit, I forgot. We gotta go into the thing here and do that. It's 57,000 pounds.
Time to hit the road. Drive safe.
Oh shit, it's the one closer to the building. I was thinking it was.
Let's do this.
See if we can adjust our mirrors. Okay, so we need to go out a little bit on the left one. Is there a beacon? No. Okay, I can see the trailer. I can almost see the trailer. I can see it in the UI mirrors. Maybe leave that one up. All right, let's give it a whirl. It's only 375 miles, so it's not too far. Interesting, it's got a gear indicator right there. See the 3? And remember, these trucks will follow. Visibility out the side is a little better than that last cab over we did.
Turn right. Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Interesting, there's no stop sign. Oh, there is a stop sign. There's a stop sign there.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Went to go reach for the engine brake button on the keyboard, and that was a bad time to do that. Interesting that in this truck, in that last truck we were in, when I would look to the right, the UI mirrors
Get ready
would
to turn
would
left.
look for when I went about to there, the UI mirrors would
Turn
also
left.
adjust left and right. And in this truck, they're not. I wonder if it has to do with them both being up. No. Weird. Isn't that weird, guys? How they don't behave the same way in each rig? And I'm in the middle of the fucking street. You hear a little bit of the choo-choo-choo-choo. This is a heavy load. It's 57,000 pounds. We're 620 horsepower, which is no slouch, but it's not, it's not like we're 800 or 1,000 horsepower like some of the trucks we've driven in the past.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
I'd have to go back and listen to my original videos from my very first YouTube videos to see if the engine in my Freightliner sounded like this or not. I don't really remember. Of course, this is a 14 liter, not a 12.7, and it's way more power. I don't remember the exhaust being this loud or the Jake brake being that loud. But my truck only had a 3-cylinder engine brake, I think. It's definitely not going to be a super high speed truck. We're at over 1,500 revs and we're only not even at 70 miles an hour yet. Definitely revving for 75. I mean, I think the computer, the build machine, the configurator was correct in that probably could have gone up the next transmission ratio. If we find a repair shop along the route, we might try that. It seems like this accelerates pretty good. We are hauling 57,000 pounds too, which is probably way more than you would ever actually haul with a truck like this. And you're well outside of its green zone there. It's nice on the green display there. It has the actual speed and your cruise control set speed set below it there. That's nice. It's easy. That's actually easy to read that. My Freightliner Century did not have that little digital. It had that digital meter right there, but it didn't have a speed indicator in there. That's really nice because it's legible. The speed is digitally legible there. It's got big speedo gauges. I did like the gauge cluster in this. It's easy to read. Just turns out to be like my new favorite truck. The GPS there is not terrible either. The mirrors are easy, good location. You see the boost gauge down there, lower left, below the tachometer. See it spool up like that. My truck did not have a boost gauge. Actually it might have. I don't remember now. No, I think it might have because I remember knowing it was pushing 35 or 40 psi. I think. What the hell was that all about? Oh, we just entered California. The car actually let me over there. I wonder if that information down there on that. Yeah, it does. It does change. Miles per gallon, temperatures, or speed. Okay, nice.
Reroute.
And why do I even have to do this? Like, like I'm hauling trucks. Don't think it's going to let me go much over 55, but it limits 55. So I don't know. It may let me go 65. I'm not really sure what it's going to do. Kind of curious if there's a repair shop. I'd like to try. I'd like to put a different transmission in that. I'd like to try to go to the slightly taller ratio. Of course, now we're not going to be going that fast. That's I'd still like to try it just to
Ready
see.
to roll.
Also, I'm not going to be hauling heavy cargo with this all of the time. If I do decide to use it all the time, use it. For regular freight, we were definitely running out of speed. And I run across Texas a lot where you're running 75, 85 miles an hour, and I was running out of RPM. You can bypass. Okay. Well, it's letting me go 70. Interesting. It's letting me go 75 into 55 on a. I'm surprised because this is a cargo market load. I think it is. Yeah, it is because it's not my trailer. I still miss that W900, man. I really like the display. I like the dash in this. You can read the analog gauges easy enough. And then it's got the green digital display for cruise control speed, as well as actual speed right there. Do you think I want to back down the speed a little bit down to 70? Some of these curves are a little much. We're going to be getting off the highway here in a minute. We'll try that other transmission. We can go fast enough.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right. Get ready to turn left.
I don't remember the engine brake being that loud. Curious to see with the
Turn left.
taller gearing if it's, really terrible. In which case we'll go back to the one we had. We'll know almost pulling out of the parking lot, actually. If it's terrible, if it can hardly get out of its own way from a standing stop, then we can turn around and go right back to the repair shop and change it back. It seems like it, and we're starting off in like A3, so we're not even using those bottom gears. Like we're starting off in third gear, and it's doing fine with 57,000 pounds. So I think I'm gonna go external, guys, so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, tree. Should be somewhere over here on the right.
right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Okay, there's the repair shop right there. This lot's big enough we'll be able to do some acceleration runs. Okay. So let us transmission. The only thing I wonder is like plus retarder, but this one says retarder also. But it does list them different. It's not Eaton Fuller. This is an Eaton Ultra Shift. I wonder what AMT, automatic transmission. It's part of the real. Oh, hold on. It's because we have all of these 10,000 transmissions listed in there. That's why I was confused. Okay, so we're in this one. Yeah, again, it still says 18 speed plus RET with and they're listed as differentials. It's weird. Be interesting to try with an Allison 6-speed too. Let's try that.
Okay, let's find a new route.
You notice it started off in A2. We still have one gear below this. See, then time it went to 1. But it still pulls that just fine. Okay. How the fuck do we get out of here? Seems to pull this just fine. I wonder though. Okay, so it still engages the... I don't know. We'll try it. Be interesting to try the Allison automatic too, but where the fuck is the exit? Not over here. It's around the other side of the Beacon car wash. You know, sometimes if you have gearing that's too short, you really hurt yourself because the engine can't pull in each gear long enough, and you actually hurt yourself because the torque, you know, on most diesels, the torque is somewhere, you know, in that 1500 or below range, and you end up, you know, making it worse for yourself. So it's going to A1 more now.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Might be one of my new favorite rigs.
Turn left.
What I need to do is what I need to do is once I get all my trucks settled, um, find the 5 that I like the most, and put them all in one garage. What if it remembers what the last cruise control set speed is? No, does not. When you turn the engine off. Kind of hear like a whir, 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 whir. Kind of wondering if my throttle needs to be cleaned, like the in the pedal set for the game for the steering wheel. So we're going 70 now, and we're still in 17th. Really surprised it's allowing me to speed this much on a. Now we're in 18th. We're going 80. Curious. It stays in 18th if I set it down to. Will it stay in 18th at 70? It's really interesting how the UI mirrors do not shift to the right like they did in that one truck, which I think was that last cabover we drove. That was super handy, especially when looking to the right. One good thing with this transmission is you would get way better fuel mileage with light loads. I don't have real accurate. I don't have accurate fuel mileage turned on, but the engine's at a much more comfortable speed. And if you needed power, you could drop a gear or two. So I think that was the right call. Don't know why they're labeled differently. One has whatever plus RET for retarder, and this one did not. Kind of interesting.
Keep left.
It's one of the situations where with manual control versus the computer controlling the manual transmission. You're going up a hill. You're about to crest over the hill, and then go back down the other side, and it'll downshift. When in reality, you would just let the gear ride, slow down a bit more because right
Keep
over the
left.
you're right about to get over the crest of the hill. You know. Yeah, this transmission matches better. If you were running one of the lower power engines, you might want the other transmission for more acceleration. One of the best trucks I had was that Freightliner Century. It was a rattle trap. It was pretty loud. Also had 600,000 miles on it when they gave it to me. But mine was just a 12.7 liter Detroit 60 series, like 320 horsepower, 380 horsepower. It was really low. Um, but it was super reliable. Even at 600,000 miles, it burned.
Keep right, and then turn right.
maybe a gallon of oil. Keep in mind, there's 10 gallons of oil.
Turn right.
There's 10 gallons of oil in the crankcase of that engine, and it would burn like see, that's a situation where I probably would have stayed in. Well, maybe not. In the game, one way you can keep it from downshifting when you don't need it to is to stay out of the throttle a bit more and let it just ride. When your inclination in the game is to put your foot flat down, and it's better sometimes to go to 3/4, let the revs climb a bit more.
Keep left.
Keep left. Yeah, this worked out. Each about 20 miles to go. This was a longer load than I was going to do, but I'm kind of glad I did. I like this truck. This is cool. I can see why these were popular. I don't actually know whether they were that popular or not. You know, see, that was not a good time to downshift. You downshifted.
Keep right, and then exit right.
The engine brake
Exit
sound is way
right.
too loud, in my opinion.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Kind of don't want this ride to be over.
Get ready to turn right.
Yeah, that Freightliner was it.
Turn right.
I never did finish my story. Um, the that thing would burn about a gallon of oil every 30,000 miles. And again, keep in mind there are 10 gallons of oil in the crankcase, so 1/10 in 30,000 miles, which was the oil change interval that they did, the company did. I think it was 30,000. Maybe it was 60,000. It was 30 or 60,000. I don't remember now. But basically, there was almost no blow by, and that thing just ran great. And part of it is they had the power turned down, so they didn't get that abused. They did that for fuel savings.
Go
That,
straight on.
that's the only reason. I mean, they still haul freight, just means you go up the hill a little slower. Um,
Keep left.
would have been interesting. We actually could do it. We don't have
We
to
are
deliver.
finished.
We don't have to deliver this right now. There's a repair shop right here. I'm curious. Let's let's put one of those Allison transmissions automatics in it. I'm curious to see. Get rid of those damn things. I'm curious to see how that works. Much fewer gears, but almost 3 times the torque multiplication. Was there any other? So we had this one, the 18 speed with the 308 axle. Let's try it. I'm curious. We'll just go around the block with it and just see how it accelerates.
Drive safe.
Well, we're going to be done soon because my Bluetooth just beeped at me, telling me my headphones were about done. See, this does not have 10 gears like the other ones we've done. Oh my God, that would have been a mess.
Recomputing.
No, that's not going to
Keep
work.
right, and then
So see
turn
that?
right. Turn right. Never mind. I'll find a
Let
new
me start
route.
again. First gear is fine.
Go straight on.
Watch this, guys. Rev up. Nope. You're way below the torque requirement there. Okay, it's worth a shot. No. Okay, not gonna work.
Finding a new route.
We'll leave it in there till we deliver this freight, and then I'll.
Go straight on. Keep left. You have arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
And they just let you pull it straight ahead. Like it has no problem moving it from a stoplight. If it had, if that TC actually it might be available. That TC10 might be available if we engaged all of the other transmissions. I don't know. Um, be interesting. We'll check here in a second. I'm kind of inclined to do like one more long drive to try to get. The hell is the? What the? Yeah, way too much gear spacing. Even empty. If that TC10 was available, um, that would work probably pretty good. Where the fuck is the? Oh, we barely was trying to hit the wrench here. Okay, so let's see what other transmissions are available. Um, yeah, I think that's the only Allison that's available for it. If that was that TC10, that would work. That would and the ratios were acceptable. Um, that would work. Interesting to try one of these Ultra Shift. I believe that's an automatic transmission. Um, I mean, there's like, look at this. There's like 10,000 Eaton. Basically, it uploaded every Eaton transmission there is. These are some old ones, really old ones. Would be interesting to try, like that 18 speed with a retarder. It's part of that Eaton Fuller transmission. It'd be interesting. I'm guessing that's the AMT. Well, maybe it is an AMT. I don't know. We could. What was the rate, the differential ratio we were. Let's uncheck that. and then we can look. So it was this one, and this one. We were in this, so 308 is the one we had picked. So 308 differential, 12 to 0.73. 12 to 0.73. Okay, that's even wider, 14 to 0.73. But what the fuck did we say it was? 391. No, 308. So 308. They do go shorter. 336. 326. 336, 14. Let's try it. I'm curious just to see if it's an actual automatic or is it a don't know. Drive it shifts really smooth. Hell, I wonder if there's a heavy load coming out of here that we could do back. Well, that's going 1,500 miles. I'll tell you what, we will grab that and I will make it a second video. We'll end the video here. Let me go ahead and take the job. Continue.
Time to hit the road.
And should be right back there. Oh, it has three reverse gears. I think that would make them not want you to carry their freight after you bump the brand new trucks you just delivered.
Time to get the job done.
All right, guys, I'm going to end the video and then start a new one because this is already an hour and 20 minutes. Let's stop the fucking beeping. Kansas Stowe 171 signing off. You guys have a good day. I'll be right back, right in the same location.